Okay, before Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Inayah Dian Kirana Mustafa. In this video, I'm going to explain some basic concept of linguistics, especially morphology, and its importance in English language teaching or ELT. This video is created as a final project for linguistics in ELT. The topic I chose is morphology because it is closely related to vocabulary learning and grammar, which are very important for language learners. I hope this explanation will be clear, easy to understand and helpful, especially for students who are still learning basic linguistics. Okay, before we talk about morphology, we need to understand what linguistics is. Linguistics is the scientific study of language. It studies how language is formed, how it's structured, and how it is used by people in daily communication. Linguistics is not only about memorizing grammar rules, it also helps us understand how language works in real situations, such as in conversation, in classroom, and in written text. In linguistics, language is studied systematically, so we can understand patterns and structures in language. There are several main branches of linguistics. The first, phonetics. Phonetics, which studies speech sound and how sounds are produced. Second, phonology, which studies sound patterns and how sound function in a language. Third, syntax, which studies sentence structure and word order. Fourth, semantics, which studies meaning in language. Fifth, grammatics, which studies meaning in context or how meaning changes depending on the situation. And finally, morphology, which studies word structure and word formation. In this video, I will focus on morphology because it helps learners understand vocabulary more deeply. What is morphology? So, what is morphology? Definition of morphology. Morphology is the branch of linguistics that studies the structure of words and how words are formed. It focuses on morphemes, which are the smallest units of meaning in a language. In simple words, morphology helps us understand how words are built and how small parts of words create meaning. What is morphemes? A morpheme is the smallest part of a word that has meaning. Some words have only one morphemes, while others have more than one. For example, let's look at the word unhappiness. This word can be divided into three morphemes. First, un, which means not. Second, happy, which is the best word. Third, ness, which changes an adjective into a noun. So the word unhappiness is not just one single unit. It is formed by combining several morphemes that work together to create meaning. The next, there is types of morphemes. There are two main types of morphemes. Free morphemes and bound morphemes. Free morphemes. Free morphemes are morphemes that can stand alone as a word. They already have meaning by themselves and do not need other morphemes. For example of free morphemes include book, cat, round, and happy. These words can be used independently in sentences. The second, there is bound morphemes. Bound morphemes cannot stand alone. They must be attached to another word. Examples of bound morphemes include sad, ing, unre, ness, and full. So, for example, ad cannot be used alone. It must be added to a verb such as walk or played to show past tense. Inflectional versus derivational. Bound morphemes can be divided into two types. The first type is inflectional morphemes. Inflectional morphemes are used to give grammatical information and they do not change the basic meaning or the word class. For example, cat becomes cat, walk becomes walk, and run becomes running. The word is still a noun or a verb, but the form changes. Inflectional morphemes help us to show plural forms, verb tense, aspect, and compression. The second type is derivational morphemes. Derivational morphemes are used to create new words. They can change the meaning or the word class. For example, happy becomes unhappy, beauty becomes beautiful, and teach becomes teacher. In these examples, the meaning or function of the word change. That is why derivational morphemes are very important for vocabulary development. Example explanation. You can look some examples together. The word rewrite. The prefix re means again, and write is the base word. So rewrite means to write again. Another example is the word happiness. Happy is an adjective and ness change it into a noun. By breaking word into morphemes, students can understand meanings step by step and feel less confused when learning new vocabulary. Importance of morphology in English language teaching. Morphology plays an important role in English language teaching. First, morphology helps students increase their vocabulary. So, when students understand prefixes and suffixes, they can guess the meaning of unfamiliar words. For example, if students know the prefix "un" means not, they can easily understand words like unhappy, on fire, and unknown. Unknown. The second, morphology helps students understand grammar better. Inflectional morphemes such as SED and ING help students use correct verb forms and plural nouns. The third, morphology helps students improve reading comprehension. When students understand word structure, they can understand text more easily without always using a dictionary. And finally, morphology helps students become more confident learners because they can analyze words by themselves. Then the conclusion. To conclude, morphology is the study of word structure and word formation. By learning morphology, students can understand how words are formed and how meaning change. Morphology is very important in English language teaching, especially for vocabulary development and grammar learning. Okay, thank you very much for watching. I hope this video is useful and easy to understand for you. I think that's all for me. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.